money can't buy happiness, but the outdoors can.
Don't click off this video for two major reasons. One, I'm a kid. That's something that annoys me the most. People say I can't do things because I'm a kid, but yeah, no. Two, because this video is too long. If this video is pretty long, at least in your eyes, then that's probably because it's more detailed. Don't click on that 3-minute video. That's like really bad, because not like to point fingers, but I used to do the same thing. And I clicked on like that 5-minute video. They explain like really like a month's like time lapse in 5 minutes, and it was just really bad. And it's just like literally like writes out what you're supposed to do, and it's really not helpful. But anyway, today we're going to skin a muskrat. Just going through the supplies that you'll be needing, and I'm using this knife. Obviously don't need the same one. Latex gloves, because it'd be kind of gross not to use them, especially for the skinning part. A tarp on some table. Rocks I'm using to hold it down so it doesn't blow in the wind. And obviously the muskrat, which is thawing up on the top of the truck. We're going to be transforming full muskrat to a pelt, to one of these beautiful, soft, clean furs. Necessary, but I like to always clean off the whole like body first. I don't know, it's like makes it cleaner for when you take the pelt off, because you can see the water literally turned red from blood. Warm water, he's fully submerged, he's loosening up. I could bend him to fit all in now. Okay, I'm taking him out of the water. So we'll take him out, we'll wring him dry, and we'll bring him over. Get him. I'm just gonna hold him by his paws. So I'm just gonna basically hold him against the side. Press the water out. For the most part, it's almost as if you're petting him. Now we'll turn him around to the side. Just whack his tail. So now we're gonna bring him over here. Okay, we're gonna start. Okay, we're gonna start the skinning process. So his legs are pretty movable, this one more, so we'll start inside. We're gonna take our knife. We're gonna cut all the way here down to his tail, from the leg down to his tail. So people say muskrat's skin and stuff is very thin. I don't know. I personally think it's very thick. Maybe it's just the knife I'm using is bad. So you can see I have an incision from here all the way down. Okay, I cut kind of deeper than you had to. I cut a little deep, but that's perfectly fine. I mean, you just need the fur. It's not about the meat. Unless you're, I guess, trying to eat the meat, but that is something I don't do. We are starting on this side. It's still a little frozen, I guess. But you're still just not gonna do this exact same thing. So I had to pause it because I actually went and got this little ladder to sit on because it's starting to hurt my back. So, as you can see, I cut from both sides. I actually cut off a little too much meat, but that's okay because we're going to cut that off later. I shouldn't have touched it. Anyways, once you're here, you basically are just pulling it up and cutting as close basically as to the skin or the fur as you can without it getting the fur. There, you don't want any of this red stuff. If you have some of this fat stuff, it's fine because that's the point of flushing it. And you have to cut around the legs. You don't want the feet, so I'm gonna pull up on this side. Just cut this yellow stuff, the fat, around the leg. And try not to get that. As you can see, I accidentally started to cut that a little. So just cut that. We almost had this leg. And also, if you're doing this and you accidentally get into the organs, which I accidentally did, I think, up here, that's probably fine. Just don't intentionally cut anything that you don't know what it is, because let me tell you, I did that with a duck one time. There's like, I don't know what it was. There's like this green blob thing in there. Go flip it over, and I kind of cut it, and it popped, and green goo went all over the back of the truck bed, all over me and my face. It was just so gross, especially I didn't know what it was. Made it even more gross. You can fast forward through this if you don't want, but I don't want to not include this, and then some people are confused and then they click off. Because that's happened to me. It's kind of nice, actually, I think, personally. And they go through the whole thing. So it's going pretty good, actually, so far. Flip it onto the side. I personally, you don't have to do it this way, but I will pull the skin back, grab the leg, and just kind of cut. Then you feel the bone, and then I stop. There we go. I don't know, it's nice to have something to put it on, I guess, where I cut. As you can see, we already did this whole leg. We'll move on to the second one. So we basically got that all off. Missed a little fur, not the biggest deal. Did a better job over there, but that's still perfectly fine. If you're doing your first one and something little happens, let me tell you, it is okay. Just, if you're doing for a job and something little happens, but it's not little, it's big, it's probably not the best scenario. So I'll cut this back to maybe about here, and then I'll show you guys. All rolled back just so you can see how much I've gotten so far. It's pretty simple from here. You literally just like cut this little bit and pull. So, as you can see, I did get a little bit of this stuff, which is fine. It's just it might unlock like the organs or something on the other side. Fortunately, I didn't get too much yet, at least on the other side. This stuff, sometimes you could just honestly just like pull it off, or just be very careful to get it off. And you can get it off, and when you're scraping, I don't know, I think it's called flushing it, then you scrape all of this fat off and you just have the skin, and obviously that will come off too. So I'm just going to show a little bit of this. See, like this stuff, do not cut it intentionally. So I'll show you when we get to maybe here this time. The faces are the absolute hardest part to get the whiskers and stuff on. So see that. So as you can see, I'm down to the head. I don't know what that is. It might be his brains because it's from last year. Oh, gross. But anyway, I accidentally cut there. That's fine. It doesn't affect the actual pelt. But we're down to the head, and I'm just gonna show you. There's these front legs obviously in here, so basically what I like to do is just grab, keep pulling till you actually get to that point. That I think was from the trap. It's fine, I'm gonna stitch it up. So that's perfectly okay. Here's another leg here, so you just wanna, I completely abandoned the ladder, it's too high. I got the bucket, I'm still not using it. My yak is actually killing. So I'll do the other side and I'll get you back and I'll show you the legs and stuff. What I did for my last one here was, on this side what I did was I cut, you can feel the arm right here, I just cut basically down. About the other side, and then you could feel the rest of the arm coming here. So you're gonna want to pull that this part of it, because there's still a little bit on the leg that we need to preserve. So you're gonna wanna cut all around there and just kinda keep pulling it. It's this part right here that we need, because we wanna get, this is all fur. So I'm gonna cut all the way around that. And pull. I miscut it, I guess. But now this is the paw, so we don't want to cut this part. So what I did is right here, you're confident to paw, cut a hole. You might think you just ruined it. You promise you did not. Burn the paw through. This is how I do it, at least. From Boots and Braids, this is how I do it. Just bring the paw through, and that shows you the good stuff to cut right here. And once you got that cut, that's pointless, and you're just gonna keep pulling. If something like this does happen, as you can see, it's perfectly fine. It's the carcass. Just this hole, I think, is from the trap. I did not cut that just now, I promise, but if you make a mistake in the carcass, that is fine. As you can see, I just cut the ear. So we have the fur part of the ear. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here. So this is the most important part. To get the nose and the whiskers on there, if you want, you need to very, very carefully pull and cut. And if you start seeing fur, back up a little. You need to make sure that you're pulling like in the right spot, I guess, and not in the wrong spot, like that, for example. But there's an eye, I think. You can see the eye. Make sure you really cut around that. You do not want an eye in the actual fur. There's the other one. There. Really make sure you get around those eyes. It'd be really gross if you didn't. There, you can see his whiskers are coming through. The eyes. Move on to this side. Then right here is the most important part. You can see his eyes. You need to get under here. Work. Especially when you're here, do not pull. Because then you could pull the nose and the whiskers, which are basically the coolest thing. We're so close, guys. As you can see, I cut it right there. That's where the mouth is. There's the teeth. Okay, most important parts. See, I'm videoing this part. You might think it's not super necessary for me to actually include this, but this is the most important part of the whole like thing. There's its nose, you can see. We got the nose off. Now we just have to basically cut it successfully off around the snout. There's its teeth. We're almost done. Oh my god, I can feel its teeth. I was like, what is that? It's so hard. It's gonna hold it and slice. Slice, that's an interesting. Okay, so got a little on that nose. It's perfectly fine. We can always get that off later. Right in the mouth basically is where I'm going up. And cut in the side. Just this little piece, Okay, so there we have the whole furs off. And we have our carcass. reminds me of a naked morat. It is actually so disgusting.
Oh, here comes the tractor.
So, don't mind this. I'm just gonna... My brother walked over, he goes, "You are so gross." So yeah, here's this. Oh, as you can see, I got a little of the meaty part. This is the best part, my favorite part if it goes successfully. Bringing it all in, so you can actually see the fur that you got out. Got to be so gentle. I feel... Okay, I see whiskers, I see whiskers. Oh my god, I did it! Good, good, good. Okay. So there, you can see. So now we're gonna wash this thing, so you can see I got a little on here. Go ahead and cut that really quick. Whatever that thing is, it's strong. Oof, I almost just cut my glove. Okay, so we'll work more with that later. But that is absolutely awesome. You can see where its eyes were. Oh my god, we have actually like an ear. And let's see if I can find the other one real quick. Yeah, the ears. Okay. Almost looks like a mink. But before we actually like get this gross stuff off, we're gonna wash him. I'm so happy with how this turned out. There's some little holes here and there. I think there's one right here. Yeah, here. Here. Could sew those up, and the fur will cover it too when they're fluffy, but let's get some water in that bin. Some soap, Dawn dish soap I'm using, and we'll get that ready. Okay, so I have my bucket of water to put my muskrat in. So I'm using this stuff, it's pretty good. Just put it. Oh shoot, that might have been too much. Oh well, we'll say that's good. Just gonna take my glove, mix it up. It's pretty warm too. Put my other one on. These are so hard because they're big. Okay, let's see my beautiful guy. This will not ruin it. Remember, muskrats literally live in the water. So we'll put him in there. Oh, so cute. So cute. After I just flushed it, completely ripped the skin off, have a carcass. But you can see, even after cleaning it the first time, it's still gross because the water is already like that. So I've been playing with it for a while, like maybe a couple minutes now. My other glove, filled up with water, so that was great. So just have my own one over here. So as you can see, he's looking pretty clean with the bubbles and stuff. Just gonna set him in there for a little bit. And we'll take him out in maybe 5 minutes and go from there. So it's been some time in here. Take him out, kind of wring him dry. He's pretty clean now, so I'm gonna touch him. Now if you're storing this, I just wanted to go through it real quick. Still wet from his bath he just got to get cleaned off. But I put it like this. Put the nose on the inside personally. And then I just roll it. Don't mind the hole. So it's like a taco. I'll get my storage bag. I actually thought that was just a worm crawling out of it. But it's not, it's water. So then I put him in. Make sure that's good. Fold the bag. And then do this and put him in the freezer for however long you really need to. For me, it'll be like a day or two.